There were many, many people in ISU's Union Auditorium last night, and perhaps you were one of them. If so, I assume you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. But when the laughter and applause had died down for the final time and the autographs were signed, Victor Borge held a press conference. I thought you might enjoy hearing some of his comments to questions like, how did it all begin?
Well, my parents were musical, and my father was a musician. And it was a natural development for me we had a piano. I had two hands. And that's how it started.
By the way, Borge was a concert pianist in this country, but couldn't speak English. So where did the comedy come from?
Well, it happened little by little because I always used comedy. I mean, I was always the funny man around, the funny child or something. And I could always entertain people in school and in family gatherings and things like that. And the word spread, and I was always kind of a center of attraction because I could perform and I could entertain. So little by little I got offers from theaters and movies, and they were very flattering. And I guess my ability to entertain was equal to my ability to perform in music, and those two things became combined, and that's what has happened. It's very simple.
Will you do a TV performance in the near future? Or?
Well, I don't think I will be around in the far future, so if it has to be, it should be in the very near future. And it probably will, yes.
Several times during your act you referred to Watergate, President Nixon, etc. Can you give us your feelings on a non-comical term?
No, I don't think there's any reason. I think we are getting it just... I think it's clear enough for anybody whether they want to believe it or not. I think the ones who don't want to believe what is happening and tragedy in what is happening, if they can't see it, it's just pathetic. But I think that a lot of people really can see it and are so embarrassed that they don't want to admit it and they don't want to see it.
What do you think of today's music?
It all depends. There's so many kinds of music. What are you talking about? Modern music? Are you avant-garde or what?
The pop music.
Well, pop music always changes. It always did. Bach wrote dance music. Now it's back again in his style, you know. And then we have minuets, and we have cavats, and we have tangos and waltzes and things like that.
Do you like American country music?
I think every kind of music has a right so long as it is enjoyed. Name me anything that is enjoyable that isn't good. At least for the ones who enjoys it.
I want to tell you, I think it's great the way you sat there and autographed the books and take the time. A lot of other people would.
Oh, I think it is nice to do. I like people, and there are many ways of showing affection for. I have much to be grateful for, and people have always been nice, and I have based my life upon people's desire to accept what I do, and vice versa in a way, you know.
Not only shows in the fact that you did sign the autographs, but you have a very close contact with the audience all through the performance, I think, and you notice things that the audience is doing. Was it always like that?
Yes. Not when I was playing at recitals, of course, because then you don't talk, and which was terrible, because I found that by contact with an audience, by talking to them with a smile, you can gain a lot of confidence. Because one of the problems with performers is that there is no contact with the audience. They are frightened.
You seem very relaxed. Are you nervous at all?
It depends on in what respect and for what. Of course, every person has a nerve center.
I understand that you've played to royalty. Can you tell us briefly about some of your experiences?
No, not. I have played for so many people, and one uniform is as good as the other in the audience.
Finally, does Borge keep himself busy? Just how many nights a week does he entertain?
9 or 10, depending on the length of the week.
Mr. Borge, we thank you.
Okay, welcome.
Victor Borge in an interview last night at ISU.